Your team is sucking donkey balls. Big old hairy donkey balls. Bouncing, bouncing donkey balls. Your coach is a clown. Your team is sucking donkey balls. Big old hairy donkey balls. While I'm out here stacking paper on my grind, breaking walls, flexing with my crew. Yeah, we never take a fall. Thug life, living right while you bitches just stall. I'm the king of the block. Got my hustle on lock. You be chasing all that hype, but your game's a cheap knot. My hustle's on the rise, your dream's looking like a flop. Talking big, you just a little fish, the shark's about to chop. Your team is sucked, yeah, they ain't got no balls. While I'm out here balling, breaking down your walls. Big old hairy donkey balls, you know I stand tall. Talking tough, but you're soft like a kitten in the halls. In the streets I roam deep, got my pride like a beast. You a feast for my rhymes, I'm a savage, not the least. Rolling with my nig, and we feast like a feast. I'm the lion in the jungle while you're just a little niece. You want the smoke, step to me, I'll put you on blast. Your whole squad's looking weak, like a joke, not a cast. I'm the real deal, baby, you just stuck in the past. While I'm flexing on the daily, always moving so fast. Your team is sucked, yeah, they ain't got no balls. While I'm out here falling, breaking down your walls. Big old hairy donkey balls, you know I stand tall. Talking tough, but you're soft like a kitten in the halls. Ain't no game that you can play when I'm spitting this heat. I'm the one who runs the street, you just follow my feet. Confidence on blast, you can't handle my fleet. While you sucking donkey balls, I'm the king of this beat.
Ain't that complicated? I'm sipping the wine, riding this train to glory. Got my cash on my mind, all the way to hell and back. We don't play, we attack. Fuck 'em all, your team sucks balls. Stay out of my track. Ain't nobody dissing me and walking away unscathed. Smacking off the podcast, we ain't afraid. Rolling in these streets like a king, reaching for the paper until the final bell rings. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Light away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. Our street life too fast, no time for regrets. Dodging all the hate, no time for your threats. I'm clocking my mileage, trunk full of ambition. Every bar I spit, man, it's a street composition. Run the blocks like a boss, never take a loss. All these fuckers in my rear view, paying the cost with me crew. Yeah, we ride or we die. Got the city on my back, watch the haters comply. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Right away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. We ain't slipping. Hell no, we ain't. Every step I'm pimping. Hell yeah, we say we creep. Podcast spitting fire while these poles are just glare. We the lions of this jungle, so you better beware. So you better beware. Like a goddamn movie, I'm the star of the show. I'm full of ambition, let my true colors glow. I'm gripping on the path and I'm killing the scene. Ain't no stopping this train, just follow the dream. Fuck 'em all, I'm the realest, see the truth in my eyes. While you motherfuckers fumble, I'm the one that will rise. So bring your best game, but I'm calling you bluff. Cause when it's all said and done, man, you ain't that motherfucker. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Either way, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher.
The fuck you looking at? We the basketball pimps. Dr. Ball's in the house, slinging truth like limp dicks in the gym.
Yo, Dr. Balls roll deep. Pockets kings from the north to the east, ballin' like a motherfucker. Pockets fat, Glock cock. We the squad that knows all, spittin' facts, no cap. Hustle from the streets to the booth, stacking racks off rap. Scrawny clowns try to front, get your wig pushed back. Don't try to fuck me around, pussy. That's a lyrical attack. West Coast cruise in the 6-4, hydraulics bounce the beat. East Coast bar slice deep, leave you leaking in the street. Loyalty's the code. Fuckers ride or get ghosted, betray the fam, end up floated like a snitch in the ocean. Dr. Balls diagnosed the game, he the doc with the prescription. Truth serum, straight fire, burn your weak ass conviction. Dr. Balls in the house, ballin' like a motherfucker. Pocket tells it like it is, no suckers getting covered. Balls knows all, yeah, the realest in the spot. Don't try to fuck around, scrawny clown, get popped. Dr. Balls in the house, ballin' like a motherfucker. Street code certified, better bow down or suffer. Yeah. From the trap to the mic, we pimp the game like hoes on the ab. Surviving bullets and bullshit, now we laughing from the pad. Bitches flock to the pod, thirsty for that raw feed. Dr. Balls drop knowledge bombs, make them kneel and concede. Hustle never stops, flip a dub to a milli overnight. Enemies plot, but get folded, we the kings of the fight. G-Funk vibes sliding through the hood with the top peeled back. East Coast punchline crack jaws, leave your grill intact. Nah, scrawny motherfuckers bark loud but fold under pressure. We the basketball pimps, dunking on you clown for pleasure. Loyal to the soil, rep the block till we bury. Dr. Balls in the house, podcast legends never hurry. Dr. Balls in the house, ballin' like a motherfucker. Pocket toss it, tells it like it is, no suckers getting covered. Dr. Balls knows all, hey, the realest in the spot. Don't try to fuck around, scrawny clown, get popped. Dr. Balls in the house, ballin' like a motherfucker. Street code certified, you gon' burn down or suffer. Yeah. Final round, silly fuck scatter like roaches when the lights hit. Dr. Balls built an empire off the grit and the fight spit. From slinging dope dreams to viral streams on the net. We expose the fakes, watch them sweat, place your bets. Motherfuckers envy the glow, try to dim with the shade. But we armored up, street codes engraved like a blade. Ballin' harder than Shaq in his prime, rim shatter supreme. Like the past, close to the streets, living life like a fiend. Scrawny clowns stay pressed, but we don't entertain. Dr. Balls drop the truth, leave you stained in the pain. West Coast laid back killers with East Coast killer instinct in the house forever. Bow down, that's the distinct. Dr. Balls in the house, ballin' like motherfuckers. We know all. Tell it like it is. Fuck around and find out, clown. Peace.
Ain't that complicated? I'm sipping the wine, riding this train to glory. Got my cash on my mind all the way to hell and back. We don't play, we attack. Fuck 'em all, your team sucks balls. Stay out of my track. Ain't nobody dissing me and walking away unscathed. Smacking off the podcast, we ain't afraid. Rolling in these streets like a king, reaching for the paper until the final bell rings. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Light away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. Our street life too fast, no time for regrets. Dodging all the hate, no time for your threats. I'm clocking my mileage, trunk full of ambition. Every bar I spit, man, it's a street composition. Run the blocks like a boss, never take a loss. All these fuckers in my rear view, paying the cost with me, crew. Yeah, we ride or we die. Got the city on my back, watch the haters comply. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Right away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. We ain't slipping. Hell no, we ain't. Every step I'm pimping. Hell yeah, we say we creep. Podcast spitting fire while he pulls
I'm the star of the show. I'm full of ambition, let my true colors glow. I'm gripping on the path and I'm killing the scene. Ain't no stopping this train, just follow the dream. Fuck them all, I'm the realest, see the truth in my eyes. While you motherfuckers fumble, I'm the one that will rise. So bring your best game, but I'm calling you bluff. Cause when it's all said and done, man, you ain't that motherfucker up in ya. Where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Either way, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher.
Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bounce it, donkey balls. Your coach is a clown. Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bounce it, donkey balls. Coach is a clown. Your team is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bounce it, donkey balls. Coach is a clown. Is sucking donkey balls, big old hairy donkey balls. Bounce it, donkey balls. Your coach is a clown. Your coach is a clown.
Donkey balls are bouncing all around. Bounce up, bounce up. Balls, donkey balls. Balls, donkey balls are bouncing all around. Balls, donkey balls are bouncing all
These motherfuckers right here. Yes, these motherfuckers right here. Fuck them. We don't want to talk about them. It's getting boring as fuck. These motherfuckers right here. Yes, these motherfuckers right here. Fuck them. We don't want to talk about them. It's getting boring as fuck.
Dr. Balls is a presentation of Smacking Off the Podcast.
In the house, what's going on? The doctor knows who's going down. Dr. Balls.
Hello.
The balls, the balls, the balls. In the house, what's going on? The doctor knows who's going down. Dr. Balls will know.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Dr. Balls, a presentation of Smacking Off, the podcast. What are you doing, Doug?
What's going on?
All the fun and excitement in the whole world. Who has joined us already?
Bruce is here and Mr. Ed
Yeah.
is here.
Hell yeah, I heard a hello during the introduction, so I know they're excited and raring to go. So what about you? Are you already ready to go, Bruce?
Oh, yes. It's been a good week.
I'm glad it's been a good week because you've had some tough weeks lately, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, but it's getting better.
We like that.
Shifted into daylight savings time, which I hate, but more sun. So it's getting better here in the Pacific Northwest.
There you go. And Ed, I know you're a happy man with the fact that Michigan is well positioned. It's probably getting warmer where you're at, where you can go outside and do stuff. Are you excited about that?
Yes.
So how long is it till we meet up at Hillbilly Hot Dogs?
Oh gosh, I don't know, but it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen, man. I bought a new motorcycle, so I look good on that journey. Did you know that?
That's cool.
But I look good on any journey, but it'll just put the icing on the cake. But you know what I'm saying?
You need a sidecar, Bob,
I do.
and then Ed can ride with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I was thinking about putting my Boston Terrier in it and getting some little goggles.
Oh shit! Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be special. It'd be like Jerry's Kids. Usually things aren't as special as Jerry's Kids, but that particular thing would rank up with Jerry's Kids. Would you agree?
I think it would.
Hallelujah. Coffee to everybody, guys. I'm a coffee achiever like Ken Anderson. Does any of y'all remember the Ken Anderson Coffee Achiever commercial?
I do not.
No.
I'll send you a YouTube to it one time, but basically Ken Anderson, the former near MVP quality quarterback for the Bengals, was a coffee achiever, and that's how he got things done. So tonight, that's how we're going to get things done, because we got conference tournaments, guys, and lots of them, and they're happening right now. As a matter of fact, at this very moment, I am watching BYU at Kansas State, and BYU is crushing them early, guys. It's awful. And that's because Diamante is a bad man, guys. Diamante, he was the number one player that was signed coming into this year. And I'm watching the guy, and I think he might be the number one player. But also look at BYU. And we can talk about their tournament. We'll go through some of the conferences, some of the major stuff. But BYU's a factor in their own conference, but I don't know that they're going to win the Big 12. So
let's see. Who's leading the Big 12? I mean, I know we're going into the conference tournaments and all that really doesn't matter, but who won it in the regular season?
Oh, Arizona.
Arizona did, yeah.
They got the number one seed in the Big 12 tournament, and I've got, matter of fact, I've got all the brackets up for the last one I looked at was the West Coast Conference, because this is the last go for Gonzaga. And I think Sean probably would join us at some time tonight. He just went to St. Mary's in Gonzaga, didn't he? Where was it, Santa Clara?
I'm not sure.
Well. But here's the top four seeds for the Big 12, which may be the best conference in the country right now as far as the top part of it, right? So the number one seed is Arizona, and they got a double bye, right? The number two seed is Houston. So all the top four seeds in the Big 12 have a double bye. So that means there's two games played before them. And then Kansas is number 3, and Texas Tech is 4. So, like tonight, I'm watching BYU and Kansas State. The winner of that plays West Virginia, who gets a single bye, for example. So, and so obviously the next 4 seeds, which are West Virginia at at 7. Iowa State at 5. TCU at 6. Shout out to Nikki. We'll get to her in a second. And number 8, UCF. So, guys, has Nikki been zucked? Is that why she's not with us?
She. I heard her. I mean, I saw her talking today, so I did see that she was concerned that. She's already got zucked, but she was scared that they was going to come down and extend her whatever they gave her.
Her punishment from
Her punishment, yeah.
But couldn't we get since her husband's account is now linked to the show? If she can get the show link, it has nothing to do with Facebook, right?
No, I don't think it does. But as far as sharing the show, though, like her husband's account probably don't have as many people watching for the shares.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, see, I didn't think about the most important. That was the most important other than her showing up. That's the most important aspect of it,
Yeah, especially with Facebook, man. They're just really clamping down on political discourse. And whether we like it or not, that's just the name of the game, what's happening right now.
Well,
it actually makes it worse. It actually creates more hostility.
And more animosity. And it puts people's back to the wall, so they're more than willing to come out and say even more vulgar things and threaten even more.
Yep.
So how do we spread peace and love like John Lennon and Ringo Starr?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'd like something. I enjoyed that when that was going on. I thought it was all right,
The ultimate FU. Just want to put it that way.
Yeah, it just ain't easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's really bad, but you can say the most unobnoxious thing that really doesn't matter in the whole scheme of thing, and someone will just go off like a rocket and start calling you names and just so my travails in the last 10 months have just unhooked myself from Facebook and be very cautious in what groups I get into. And
So I noticed
kind of like a little self what do you call that? Keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah. Well, tonight I won't worry about that because our fellow cast members, Nikki and Sean Devine, have joined us. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hello. What's going on, man? And we were just talking about
Nikki's here.
we hadn't really we've delved a little bit into college basketball. We were talking about the BYU to catch you guys up. We were talking about the BYU versus Kansas State game, which I'm watching right now. And Kansas State scored a lot of points, guys. 95 points. D.A. Bonte, he's a bad MFer. He's pretty good. I don't think they'll win the conference tournament, but they definitely got one of the best players in the country. And Nikki, since we was on the Big 12 for a minute, we went through all the seeds in the Big 12 since we were on it. How you feel about TCU?
They're hit and miss, still hit and miss. Even like at the beginning, they started out slow, they got really hot. So I thought they had a pretty decent chance. Now they are looking not the best.
Well, Lowe's are in it. I think Kentucky, to be honest with you, just having watched both of them, I think Kentucky is about the same level. And if they weren't Kentucky, they wouldn't even be sniffing any kind of glory, if you know what I'm saying.
I could compare them. Watching both of them this season, both of them's had like some amazing games, and then they've had some really, really shitty games.
Yeah, now in the Florida Kentucky game that happened this weekend, though, what was interesting about that was that Florida got a chance to demonstrate dominance to the rest of the conference, and their front three, Chinaloo, Hawk, or whatever, Hawk or Howe or whatever, and Condon. I mean, I haven't seen a front three like that in a long time.
And they don't even look like your normal. Like I keep calling them a pickup middle school game. Like the kids that no one wants to play with. You just got these random players
You
that honestly
scrub.
don't make sense, but somehow they mesh.
Yeah, them guys are big though, man, and they got athleticism, and they're able to stay in the game. And one thing that impresses me about how do you pronounce his name, Nikki?
It's Ho. Well, I call him Ho because
Oh, he's a hoe, baby.
I just call him Ho. It's
I'm down with that. He's my hoe. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, my
But
Ho.
one thing that impressed me about his game is his ability to stay out of foul trouble and still compete and play defense, which is hard to
Oh,
do.
and can be fouled. That guy can find a way to get to the foul line. Like there's no, he's really good at that. Without fouling someone, he gets the foul called on the other team. But it's really crazy because he was there last year, and we seen a few breakout games from him, but nothing like this. Like what he's done this season, I didn't expect it from him.
Now,
Let's
is
go
he a
put him in the
small
water.
forward, Nikki?
I think he's a junior actually.
No, small forward as position.
Oh, did you?
I'd say they're positionless, and they got two power forwards and center forward, and he'd be the biggest forward on the wing. Would that be accurate, Nick?
Yeah, that pretty close. He's actually listed as just an athlete.
Yeah, so that's the way they play. They don't really have a traditional post guy, but
Yeah.
Chilu does some of that, right? But they're really running out big guys on the wings and making you come after them. I think it's pretty interesting. And Sean, what was the game? What game did you watch this weekend?
Oh, geez. The two that for me that were that I watched start to finish. St. John's clinching the Big East regular season title, and then the next night, Hurley crashing out at the end of their loss at Marquette, which prevented them from getting a share of the Big East title. I loved it. That was.
He's not easy to love, is he?
I don't have any love for him. I mean, he's our rival, so whenever UConn loses, I'm happy.
So who's more despicable then, him or Patino?
For me, it's Hurley because of his just outbursts all the time. But Patino doesn't bother me. He doesn't quite have the outbursts that Hurley does. So
Did you see
There you go.
that got him fined? I still haven't been able to find it.
What's
But
that?
have you seen his presser that got him fined? He was fined 25,000 this weekend.
Damn.
I'm sure it was blaming the refs like he always does.
Yeah, and what gets me is he normally gets away with it. This is a guy that after Florida played them last season, that threw a massive temper tantrum, like cussing the people out in the walkway. I mean, he was going off. Blake Red, Blake one, and nothing came of it. So this one
And the
had.
refs didn't slap him with the teeth.
Yeah, I think the Big East Conference as a whole is kind of getting tired of him. So I think you'll see more fines as we go forward. As he says these things in various press conferences. I don't particularly feel like they're getting hosed by the officials.
No.
He thinks because UConn's won, these national championships so recently that they're due some preferential treatment in the conference, and that's just not the way the Big East has ever been. The Big East,
No.
you got to earn everything in the Big East.
I was so excited for us to take it, and we flipped it from them. Like that was my highlight. Like I was so excited when they said that we took the #1 seed away from UConn. It's like hell yeah.
So was I. Yeah, I loved it. It was great. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship for us in the Big East with UConn. Obviously, the benefits outweigh the negatives, but they're the kind of the odd bird in the conference. They're the only school that plays major football as well in the conference. The rest of the schools don't play major college football. but we get it. It's nice to have one of the blue blood programs of college basketball in the conference, both men's and women's. But I mean, the women's coach there, Oriema, he's had way more success, and you don't hear a peep out of him in press conferences complaining about things. Hurley, everything is, somebody else's fault. So it's nice to see him knocked off his perch.
Now, Ed, this is a big weekend in college basketball for the state of Michigan. How did you feel about it?
Well, I mean, we've got a number one seed locked up for sure. I think the real question is whether we're 2 or 3. It won't be. We will not be the number one seed because we lost to Duke. The Big Ten Conference Championship is always pretty exciting. I mean, I'm historically an ACC guy growing up, watching the Terps, but I don't even care about the ACC tournament anymore. I just, it doesn't do anything for me. But I think the Big Ten tournament's going to be interesting. I think people need to watch out for Wisconsin. They're not great, but they've had a few games this year where they just shot the lights out, so that makes them dangerous. I'm not that high on Purdue. Illinois is tough too. So I think it'll be a good conference tournament. I'm not by any means guaranteeing that my guys win the conference tournament. I think it's a little bit of a crapshoot. We'll see.
Hell yeah. So that's a pretty good start. And Doug, what do you think about your Alabama Crimson Tide securing the number 2 seed in the SEC tournament?
I think it probably means we're out quicker. I mean, I hate to sound like that, but that's about the size of it.
Well, if
They
they
got
can
a double
play
bid.
defense, they might hang in there, Doug.
I don't know.
I don't think you do that, Bruce. And did you watch some college basketball this weekend? Who interested you this weekend?
I really didn't get to. I had family over this weekend, so I really didn't get to focus on anyone good. I just looked at scores and, not able to do any real true evaluation to break, teams down.
So we had family here as well, but they were all Kentucky fans, so we were disappointed together. All right, so we've had all this fun excitement, guys. I think we should open her up and start talking a little bit about the conference tournaments, because unlike college football, where you pretty much know that the CFP is going to come out of 4 at the most 5 conferences, here in the NCAA tournament, there's a lot going on. Wouldn't you agree? In the conference tournaments, and I mean, I'm looking here. I'm looking at on my page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I just got out of there you go. And I just got out of the bigs, the ones that were called big something or another, right?
31 total auto bids.
31 total auto bids, guys. So every one of these conferences is extremely important. So because somebody's going to get in there and they're going to be the opponent for somebody else that's in a bigger conference probably, and they're probably going to get their chance to knock them off and become the next Cinderella team, which we love to see, right? And who knows? I know, Sean, that you love parochial school, and the beauty of college basketball is it was a northeastern phenomenon for many years, and that's why it's set up to where small parochial schools in a decent conference can still get in a tournament, and there's a bunch of them that's got a chance.
Oh, you go all the way back to, I don't have my list here. Give me one sec. But you go all the way back to, it's funny, a couple of years ago, you had that phenomenon of Loyola with Sister Jean and them making their run. But if you go all the way back, I think it was 1963 that Loyola won the NCAA tournament. So you have these small schools that can rise up and get you from time to time. Providence made a deep run. I think UCLA knocked them out of the Final Four in 1967 or 68. And that was sort of the impetus. The coach at the time ended up becoming the commissioner that built the original Big East.
Mm.
because of that. But yeah, I love watching some of these small. I mean, tonight is a couple more conference tournaments that's going to conclude. We have the West Coast Conference Championship game tonight, Gonzaga against Santa Clara. That should be a good one.
I'm watching that right now.
I think the Horizon League just finished. I think Wright State won that one. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, I love all these. And the one that I was really tracking. I got sidetracked with work over the weekend, and really yesterday was very busy. But I think I saw Georgia Southern had won 4 games in 4 days, and they still had 2 more. They had to win 2 more to win the tournament, but their conference tournament, that is. But that would be a heck of a run where, you play middle to average or even below average basketball throughout the regular season, and then you get hot in your conference tournament and you win.
That's right.
You get that auto bid. The auto bid is what you want.
Get on a roll and knock the shit out of some people.
Is that the Sun Belt, Georgia Southern?
I believe that's Sunbelt Conference. Yeah, they had won 4 in a row the other day when I checked it. I got to check it again though.
I'm gonna check it right now. Because Marshall's in the Sun Belt and they were the number 2 seed in that tournament. So let's look. I've got a thing that's got all the conference tournaments up. So I'll give them Hoops HD. I'll give them some credit. Let's see, Sun Belt. So right now, Southern Miss and Appalachian State. Let's see, Troy and Georgia Southern. So Marshall lost to Georgia Southern by 4, 82-78, and Troy is beating them right now 77-61, and they're the Sun Belt champions. So Troy, Alabama School, Doug, is the Sun Belt champion, and they have an auto bid.
Well, I hope they go far. I mean, it'd be nice to have a representative from the state. We know Auburn ain't going to do shit.
Well, one thing with Arizona, though, I think they've gone to their portion of their schedule where they had their hiccups and they had their defensive breakdowns, and I think they've righted the ship, and they're going to be tough going down going into the tourney, and going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, I agree with you. And they, so, is there, Sean, is there any particular conference you'd like to start with?
Oh no, I'll let you go ahead. Pick one. I don't care. I'm
So
down
what
for
we'll do
all.
is we'll kind of the one big conference we'll kind of gloss over them yet. So we'll start with America East. Right now, the first round games has been played. The number 1 seed is UMBC, University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and they won their game against New Hampshire. The number 2 seed is Vermont, and they won their game against number 7 Bryant. And
So well, to make our discussion a little easier, a little quicker, we can, quickly go over the teams that are already they've already won, because some of these started and finished over the weekend. So
all right, let's do that. The A Sun is the first one.
So yeah, the Atlantic Sun, Queens College, the Royals won
Wow.
so they get the auto bid, and the A Sun's only going to get 1 team in. High Point University won the Big South Conference, and they're in. And that's another 1 bid league. The next one is where is it here? The Coastal Athletic Association was won by Hofstra. So they're in. The Horizon League just finished. I was right. No pun intended. Wright State gets the auto bid for the Horizon League. Let's see. The Missouri Valley Conference concluded their conference tournament known as Arch Madness, because it's always in St. Louis.
Yep.
with the Northern Iowa. What are they? The Panthers, I think.
Yeah, that's the ones that isn't that the one that damn, what was that great quarterback played for the Rams? What was his
Oh,
name?
Kurt Warner. Yeah, he's a Northern Iowa guy. Yep, Northern
Yeah,
Iowa
Barnstormers.
Panthers.
I thought they were the Barnstormers.
No, that was his arena team.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
The not to be confused with the SEC, the NEC, the Northeastern Conference, concluded their conference tournament, and the Long Island University Sharks won that, so they get the auto bid, the one bid for that league.
Yeah, because Mary
The
Hurst was ineligible for the NCAA tournament as a
Yeah, the
transition.
team they played in the championship game, had they won, wouldn't have gotten to go anyway because they're in that 4-year waiting period, which I think is stupid. But we've talked about that in the past. But LIU won the game, so they can go either way. The Ohio Valley Conference concluded their tournament, and the Tennessee State Tigers are the Ohio Valley Conference representative. The Southern Conference is complete, and I think that's Furman, if I'm not mistaken here. The Furman Paladins, yes, get the Southern Conference bid. The Summit League, much like in football, went to North Dakota State, the Bison, get the Summit League bid. And then, as you stated earlier, Troy, the Trojans, won the Sun Belt. So we got, let's see, 6, 8. We got 10 of the 31 auto bids done so far. So 10 teams we already know are locked into next weekend's bracket.
Because it's locked in. Like Judas Priest in 1986, we're locked in, guys. So they're locked in.
Now, of all these listed, probably Troy, and sneakily, I actually kind of like High Point out of the Big South. High Point, for those that haven't followed the High Point Panthers this year, finished their season, both regular season and conference tournament, with a record of 30 wins and 4 losses.
Damn.
So, yeah, they're pretty darn
refresh
good.
our memories, Sean. Where's High Point at?
Oh, you got me on that one.
Oh, shit.
I'll tell you exactly where it's at. It's on future I-74 in the mountains of Western Carolina, North Carolina.
I couldn't remember which, was it North Carolina or South Carolina that it was in, to be honest with you.
It's in North Carolina.
It's in North Carolina. So if you're headed towards
Oh, yeah.
North Myrtle Beach from, say, Kingsport, Tennessee, right, there's a piece of I-74 that runs through the middle of nowhere, and that's where High Point College is, and the High Point exit before you get to, there's some kind of mountain out there that looks really crazy, Bald Mountain or some shit.
That's the cool thing about college basketball is you get a chance to hear about these schools that you don't know where the fuck they are, and it makes you literally jump online and search that shit.
I'll tell you what's crazy. As the crow flies, it's only about 120, 130 miles from here, but it'd take you 5 hours to drive there.
Yeah, them long and winding roads, right?
Yeah, the mountains and so forth. It's just 3 different fucking changes of road. I mean, it's some shit. Now I can be in the very western tip of North Carolina from here in about 2.5, 3 hours. So,
and the interesting thing about High Point is, of these 10 teams that have won their respective conference tournaments, they have a win over a different conference tournament champion. They defeated, in the non-conference portion of their schedule, Furman in a non-con game, and Furman won the SoCon, the Southern Conference. So yeah, I mean, High Point 30-4, great season. They might shock somebody in that first game, if you don't pay attention.
Well, that's what the tourney's all about.
So we love it. Yeah. I think it's great.
That's what, when you see a Baylor or you see some unknown team come out and get on a hot streak, and 16 will knock off a 1, and you're on. You're In the 8th.
University of Maryland, Baltimore County, the Retrievers,
They
16
were.
over 1.
Now they've been successful lately. They had a nice little run just a few years ago in the tournament.
Yeah, well, they knocked the overall number 1 Virginia out in the first game. A lot of people had Virginia going deep that year. Now Virginia did the next year come back and win the whole thing.
They did.
But that one shining moment for UMBC was great for the little guys.
Were they the first 16 seed to win a tournament game?
Yes.
Yep. We definitely had a couple of 15 over 2s prior to that, but never a 16 over 1.
Yeah, that was historic. We like historic, and then we witnessed that. People that's so right here we're talking about it. We like it, and we'd like to see it again, right? Because especially with Duke, right? They just say they matched up Duke against UMBC, and UMBC knocked them out of the tournament. My feelings wouldn't be hurt any guys. But that's just that's fan stuff, or should I say fan hatred, right? That's not really reality, right? It's unlikely in Duke's case that they'll be knocked out early with some of the talent they got. But we haven't got to those major conferences yet.
We've only had 2 16 seeds over 1 as I look. That was the first one, UMBC over Virginia. And then the second one was Farley Dickinson over Purdue.
Oh, Farley Dickinson.
Yeah.
But they're also in North Carolina, aren't they?
Farley Dickinson. That's let's see. No, they're in New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey. I thought I was thinking about Davidson. I don't know why I got it mixed up with Davidson. It was between the two in my mind, so I took a shot, Sean, that I'll be right 50%.
I mean, maybe you can help me with this one or the rest of the panel. Where is Coppin State located? I can't remember.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ed. They upset. They were a 15 seed. They knocked number 2 seed Duke out many years ago. I recall.
Yeah, and my boss's husband is the baseball coach there.
At Coppin State. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Go ahead, Bob. I'm sorry, I got you off topic.
Didn't Kansas get beat by a 15 seed when Roy Williams was the coach here?
I believe you are correct. Let me see here. So
because I love that because I hate to say this, and a lot of people Bucknell, that's right. I remember I watched that game out because I giggled, and here's why. And y'all can say I'm wrong, and I don't mind to debate it, but I felt that Roy Williams was an adequate coach who recruited the great talent, and I didn't feel that as an in-game coach. For example, I felt that if Tubby Smith had the same teams in the same situation, he would have been more likely to win a championship with them.
yeah, I mean, but yeah, when you have the talent, sometimes that's all you need, right?
Right. So self-defense a little bit.
15 seeds over 2 seeds in the history of March Madness has happened 11 times, with the most recent one being Princeton defeating Arizona in 2023. This one, Bob, you might want to plug your ears. 2022, the St. Peter's Peacocks defeated Kentucky as a 15 seed over a 2 seed.
That is awful. But it's not
I got a question, and I may have asked this already, so y'all tell me if I have. But does anybody know who the lowest seed to ever win the national championship is?
I think it was Villanova as an 8.
An 8? Is that right?
I thought it was an 8 or a 9, but just give me 1 sec here.
That was what? 7?
Villanova was an 8.
I believe he's right.
Was it 78?
87.
85.
Oh, 85. Yeah. That's when they picked Rolly Missamino up and got his legs up in the air. So after he won,
right. Knocked off top seed Georgetown.
And who was the other team? It was a 2 over a 15 where the coach got his legs carried up off the ground.
Lowest seed to still hold that record is the 85 Villanova team. That is
No. What was the team that was a 2 seed that beat a 15 that
Valparaiso.
I'll
Valparaiso.
run through the games, and you hopefully that'll help jog your memory. So I said
No,
Princeton.
I already know the answer.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm
Well,
gonna
my-
guess probably looking at it.
Butler.
Santa Clara over Arizona.
It was Hampton over Iowa State.
Hampton
Oh.
over Iowa State. Okay. My favorite one on this list, as I look at it, though, 2013, Dunk City, Florida Gulf Coast University defeats Georgetown. That was a fun run by Florida Gulf Coast.
They blew them out.
Yeah. Oh, they
Say that
crushed them.
again. Say that again, Sean. Who was it?
Florida Gulf Coast University,
yeah.
aka Dunk City, because those dudes were running up and down the floor, dunking everything in sight.
What year was that, Sean?
2013.
2013.
And Georgetown had a stud on their team by the name of Otto Porter, and he was like, "What is happening here?"
The run-a-rama. That's style basketball I like, guys. If I can watch you guys playing defense, scoring off turnovers, lots of dugs, that's what I want to see. You know, sometimes it infuriates me. It makes me mad when you got a sure finish to score and a guy stops and shoots a three at 40%. I'm like, what? I'm like, my God, I don't know what the analytics say, but that's a good
Somebody
idea.
in the group watched the playing game.
Yeah, but when they pass out of the dunk or the layup, where it's infuriating, where they're there at the rim, right? And this is what reason that a lot of these teams, like Kentucky, has a bad year. All you had to do is score, but you threw it out to the wing and they missed it, right? So I'm like, my God, if you'd want, they might have got a 3-point play just by him getting fouled as he went up. It's insane. The pass out of a sure layup is the dumbest trend I've ever seen in basketball. I've been watching basketball since 1971, guys. And the dumbest trend that I ever saw at any level of basketball is for a guy to have a sure layup or foul and pass out of it to a 3-point shooter. I've said it.
That's a relatively new phenomenon, though.
So we put Bob in the not analytics category.
Especially that guy hitting on the wing for 3 and it doesn't go in.
Right, because
really.
I owe a stat correction on myself here. I was mistaken. So Coppin State, who they defeated when they were a 2 over a 15, was South Carolina.
Yes.
The 15 that beat Duke was Lehigh.
Oh, that was such a great game.
Yep.
That was an amazing game.
So my apologies. And then for Dr. Balls there, Richmond defeated Syracuse in 1991 as a 15 over a 2. The Spiders.
I know I love that name, the Spiders. The Richmond
Indiana.
Spiders. Hell yeah.
Is Indiana on this? No, they're not on the list.
Was that a Boham line?
No, I think that's who Richmond beat.
Syracuse.
Afterwards? No, because I'm looking at the list, Ed, right now on the NCAA men's basketball website of all the 15 seeds over 2 seeds. So Richmond defeated Syracuse.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That wasn't good.
A few more tidbits. Let's see here. This is a funny one. Louisiana Monroe and Belmont own the most appearances in the tournament as a 15 seed.
Oh. Damn.
They're like, come on, can't you give us something better than this? Every time we're a 15 seed.
It's hard to start from 0, guys, in the tournament, you know? It is. And the tournament's gotten a whole lot bigger. When it's 48 teams back in the 70s and early 80s, I mean, you just about had to win your conference to get in. And so it was even rare to have upsets. Chalk ruled even more often. But there was some great upsets in those days.
Well, it was 32 for a long time.
Yes, it was. When I was a kid, it was 32. And then it went to 48. And then, that's around the time that Marquette won the national championship. And then it went to 64. And I think that happened in like 84. And that's the year that Georgetown.
believe you're right. Yeah, Georgetown.
versus Kentucky in the Final Four, and the 65 teams. I like the playing game a little bit. I found it compelling. I love it when teams play hard. So if they can present me good basketball and a lot of it, I don't really mind because surely you're going to shake it out after all them damn games. But if they add another layer, I don't know how long that you can hold people's interest. I think there's a limit to how long that people's can be interested in something.
I think
I'm
68 is appropriate. You know, and with the 4 playing games in Dayton to get it to 64 from the 68. And there's 311 schools that play basketball. I think that's appropriate. I think if you went to 100 and 30, I think that's too much. I think you're devaluing the regular season at that point.
Absolutely, and the regular season is it's what soldiers on to either gain or hold people's interest during college football. Let's just face it. I mean,
Plus you'd have to add another weekend. This is already one of the toughest tournaments to win. You have to win 2 games for 3 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
Now you're talking 4 weekends in a row. I mean, come on, like.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the tourney. You know, it's just like from beginning to end, I will watch as many games as I can. I mean, it's addicting. You get your dopamine hit all the time. I mean, it's just like it's great. There's nothing like it. I can't in any other sport. To me,
It really is. I mean, especially when you get a buzzer beater or something at the end. I love that. I love that about.
Or you go 2 teams that go back and forth the whole game, and no one's got any more than a 4-point lead at any one time during the game, and then they're the last 30 seconds they're crashing the board and trying to make a layup or a outside shot to seal the game. That's what it's all. I'm a junkie when it comes to that.
Oh, I love it too. And Nikki sent some messages, guys, to our fans that there's some storms going on in her region of Texas, and I don't know how many people are familiar with the inclement weather.
Yeah,
across.
I hope everyone's safe down there in Texas. Heard they're about to get some crazy weather.
Yeah, and so our heart goes out to her and all the rest of people in Texas. We love Texas, and also it's going up into Missouri and Arkansas and portions of Western Tennessee that's coming my way. So there's just a big old orange red blob right across the middle of the country that's headed east.
Now here's one. So Doug asked the question, what's the lowest seed to win the championship, which led me down the rabbit hole. So there have been first question, what is the lowest seed to make the Final Four?
12.
You're close. Is 11. There's not been a team lower than
LSU.
So there's one of them. There's 5 more. Can you name the other 5?
I think Penn.
No.
Loyola Marymount.
Not Loyola Marymount.
Loyola of Chicago, you mean?
Correct. 2018, right. And Ed's LSU was 1986, so we got 4 left.
NC State.
Yep, 2024, correct?
Yeah, I love it.
3 to go.
All right. UMBC.
No, did not make the Final Four.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He was talking about LSU. Was that the version with Chris Jackson and Shaq?
No, that was with the late Don Redden.
Oh yeah. Portland?
No.
Guys, I'm stumped. You're gonna have to enlighten me and our fans.
2006, George Mason made the Final Four.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, how did I not know that?
2011, we'll stay in the same state or Commonwealth, I guess. VCU, Virginia Commonwealth, made the Final Four.
Smart as the coach. I don't know why I forgot him. I love that team. And all right, I got to interrupt just a second. And are you hearing this common theme, right? For fans that of the world of basketball, Maryland is a place where there's a lot of good stinking basketball and incredible players. I mean, just off the hook. So shout out to Maryland. But you can see Sean said stay at.
And then the last one, because of the how they do the new seedings where you do the play-in games and you're an 11 seed. The last one, 2021, because they had to do the play-in, was UCLA was an 11 seed.
11 seed that year.
They snuck by Michigan State in one of the Dayton play-in games, I think by a point, and then just kept winning until they got to the Final Four. I think that was the year Gonzaga beat them on the last second shot off the window by what's his name?
Was that 2013 or 14, somewhere around in there?
No, that's 2021.
Because I remember Kentucky played them in the regular season and beat them by a bunch. And then later on, UCLA went on that run. I was like, what? So that was amazing fun. Redemption. There was redemption in that run. You know what I'm saying? For UCLA.
Oh yeah, I mean they it was crazy. I mean they from going to barely getting in, and then you survive Dayton, then you got to go to whatever region you're in immediately after that game in Dayton, and then getting all the way to the Final Four before it was who was the guy for Gonzaga? So tied at 90 after a UCLA lay-in by, I think it was Johnny Juzang made the layup for UCLA to tie it. And then it was, let's see here. It was, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, Jalen Suggs of Gonzaga who hit that half-court three-pointer off the window at the buzzer to win that game and knock UCLA out. But
what a moment, guys! That's NCAA tournament though. Just the excitement, I bet you every bar in America exploded when that went on. Especially if you was on the West Coast.
My favorite line in all this is whoever and usually a lot of the different announcers use the line. It's like they have like a half court. It's good. It'll count if it's good, because the time is running. He got it off before the red box came on the backboard.
Yeah, nice.
And I mean, I try to take. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it this year, but I try to take. I'm not quite the junkie that'll do both days, but I try to take the Friday of the first weekend off. So, the weekend starts early at 10 in the morning on Friday, and that's the first game tipping off.
Well, 9 for you, isn't it?
Is it 1 or noon that the games go?
It's noon.
So the 9, yeah. I mean, it's 9. So you're finishing your breakfast dishes and having your second cup of coffee, and you hear
Come on, Sean. That's a special day. You're drinking.
When I lived in Sacramento in the mid '90s. It was before they had, any Sunday NFL tickets. So get up at like 7:00 in the morning and get to the restaurant bar at 8:00 and have breakfast and get ready for the games. It's great.
I had to call around, and luckily there was a Buffalo Wild Wings that was open that early, because they were there. They had a manager who was apparently smart enough to know, 9 a.m. the games kick off or tip off on the East Coast. People want to play hooky from school or work and fill their day just watching basketball and eating beer or drinking beer and eating wings.
How early did they start serving beer at Buffalo Wild Wings?
They started at 9:30, I think. Ordered the first cold one, and it showed up. So,
oh, nice. The heck. Now I remember in Okeechobee blew my mind coming to see from here in the Bible Belt. Most places are dry. I mean, there's a few more towns when I was a kid that are not dry. So when I was in Okeechobee and I seen that you could buy beer at 19 years old at that time, and it didn't close down at 2 in the morning. at convenience stores in the middle of nowhere, and it opened up again by 6. You know, I was like, golly. You know, there was a parking lot of the farm store or whatever they called that little on the 4-way in Treasure Island. That there was,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, the parking lot was paved in Bush Light cans, guys.
I love it.
Oh, yeah. They like their Bush Light down there, and it was a shock for my dad who came from the world of Pabst Blue Ribbon. You know, so
I was saying, did you have a lot of transplants from Iowa? Because I think that's Iowa's favorite beer that's bought annually is Bush Light.
yeah, they love it. No, Toby, I know that they drink that shit like water. You
And
know,
all Bush and Bush Light are the if I recall correctly, from as many years ago doing the tour in St. Louis of the Anheuser-Busch Brewery, is the batches that don't meet the standard for Budweiser or Bud Light then get passed down the line to become Bush and Bush Light.
now that's Bush and Bush Light are so popular in Florida that they've got their own facility to make it right there in Tampa.
So
So
that's good. Yeah, you got to have one if you're drinking that much Bush Light.
yeah, it's
You know
expensive,
what's
guys.
funny
waiting on
is
this thing to come from
California
St. Louis.
has lost its largest brewery in Fairfield, California. Anheuser-Busch is no longer going to be in the state of California.
Where are they moving to, Bruce?
Huh?
Where are they going, Bruce?
I don't know. They could be going.
I know where they're going. Somewhere else.
Where are they going?
Probably
They're going
Arizona.
They're going somewhere else, Bruce.
Yeah.
Where's that? Well, because they ain't going to be paying the taxes to California anymore.
But let me ask you something, Sean. So you're in California, you have to buy gas, and I just wanted to know if you needed a new car because I recently got a '72 Monte Carlo with a 454 big block in it, right? And
I think if you turn that car on there, Bob, that's at least 2 gallons of gas right away.
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely, just to start it. So it might help
I'm
you.
lucky
And parking it.
because one, I do have a very fuel efficient vehicle. I have a Toyota Corolla, but number 2, I live close enough to work where now we're kind of exiting the rainy period. In fact, we haven't had rain for a couple of weeks now. That I can walk or ride my bicycle to work. So I've been kind of doing that because the gas is, even before all the other situations that are going on around the world where people are complaining because gas has gone up. Gas just is always high in California, regardless. You know, things, it could be the most tranquil period of all, and you know, you cross the state line to either Nevada or Arizona or Oregon, and it's like the price drops by $1.50, whichever
And
one.
Washington is the third highest right now.
I mean,
I'll
but
tell you what,
Cali
I got
just stays
motorcycle.
high for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's bad.
So I would almost exclusively ride motorcycles if I lived where you lived. I mean, if I didn't have to carry anything that couldn't be carried on a motorcycle, I'd ride all the time.
I have
You
a
know,
lot
but-
of colleagues that live much further away from where we work. That when the weather's nice, they're on a motorcycle. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and I got one that I'm trying to bring back to life that is the same one that Tom Cruise rode on Top Gun. It's a '83 GPZ 1100, also known as the first Ninja ever made.
That's
And,
a cool bike.
Yeah, and I'm bringing it back to life, and it's perfect for that situation. Because what you do is you just go to the rear. There's 2 sets of pegs for your feet to go. One of them's way behind you. And you just put your feet back on them and lean forward on that tank and look through that windshield and set your twist grip at about 120, 130 miles an hour. And you'll get to work quickly, right? And y'all can split lanes out there, right?
Yep.
This is nothing but I don't suggest splitting lanes at 130 mile an hour, guys.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get somewhere quick.
Yeah.
It might not be work.
Yeah, trying to be dead. And you know what really pissed me off? So right before I got out of active duty, because I was riding, I was riding my, KZ 1300 to work from like 15 miles away or 24 kilometers, I think, actually, from Zellingen to Wartsburg. Well, anyway, Emory concerned specifically. So I'm driving from the little town, river town of Zellingen, through the curves, the Black Forest, and all that shit. And it's a beautiful fucking thing. And then I rolled in there one day and they said I got to wear a stupid fucking lime green or orange vest on my motorcycle. Right?
That's so the deer don't hit you, Bob.
Oh, yeah. And not just when I was on duty, but when I was off duty. So they expect me to wear a lime green orange vest if I was heading the bar after work. You know what I mean? But you had to do them things because people would tell on you, man. I've never seen so many rat-fick motherfuckers in my life when I was in Germany. Everything about duty in Germany was fantastic, but because everything was so lax, there was nitpicking trying to, they're constantly trying to get enlisted people that are trouble out of the military, guys. I don't know if any of my fans know this, but the Army recognizes there's people not fit to be in there for whatever reason. They don't mean they're bad people, right? They just might not have the temperament. They might not be able to do the things they're asked to do consistently well, or they might just plain cause trouble, right? So when you get to a situation like Europe in the 80s and 90s where things were pretty much lax and you had a lot of time on your hands, people can get in trouble real easy and they'll weed you out. So you can't really give anybody any ends, right? Oh, I saw Arthur doing 130 in his KG-13 hurt, no best or nothing. Why? You know what I'm saying? Oh, goddamn. So I come in, oh, Sergeant Arthur, did you just do 130 miles an hour down the B3? I said, no, I hit over 150 in stretches, and they're like, well, where's your orange vest? I said, I don't know where it's at. They said, well, here's a lime green one. I better not see you ever without it again. So then I think when I get back to the States, I said, oh, that bullshit's going to be all right. I don't know what the hell's going on. And what I knew for all my life was that I hadn't been shipped by somewhere with their ticket, right, where I had to go exactly where they wanted and use their transportation. So by then I was an NCO and I'd been around and I knew what to do. So I was going to report to the repo depot on my own time, on my own motor. So instead of asking them if I could have a motorcycle, right, I rode my KZ-1300 to the gate, So I get to the gate and they're like, where's your orange or lime green vest? I'm like, I ain't got one. I said, I'm in civilian clothes, I said, look at me. I got a handlebar mustache. I'm looking like Elvis. You know what I'm saying? So they gave me a lime green vest and I rode on to the repo depot. You know what I'm saying? So that really cut into my style, Sean. So you as the officer, if you ever run the whole military, if you become the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, I'd like to ask you
Coming to a comedy hour here.
Right. I'm sorry. I just, that was near and dear to my heart. You know what I'm saying?
So you're against fluorescent vests. I will mark it down.
All right.
I mean, they took that to another level. They, but they rescinded it lately. But when you used to run on the roads, you had to wear one just jogging.
Jesus.
Regardless of whether you're in the PT formation and uniform, PT uniform, or just jogging in your civvies, if you're on a garrison, you got to wear the. Now, some of those places, I encourage. Like, I'll give you a prime example. In your back of the, in your neck of the woods, back in the day, it's at Fort Knox, man. Some of those, it's very foggy in the mornings. You might want to be wearing that because if a vehicle comes by, that gives them at least an opportunity, at least 15, 20 yards to, whoa, there's a guy. Because some of these guys pop out of nowhere in the early morning fog and you can't see. You go, oh, shit, there's a person jogging there. Otherwise you might have clipped them. And you don't want that. So, I mean, I get it. It doesn't look good, but if it saves a life, then so be it. But I get your point. You want to look cool when you're on the bike, especially when you're off duty. I don't blame you. It's not the most flattering attire, but if it saves one life, then I'm okay with it.
There you go. It probably saved bunches of them because of people's proclivity to drink.
Yeah.
So
That's, that Motorcycles and alcohol generally don't mix. That's generally not
No,
a
they
good.
mean death. They mean death. That's to anybody that's out here listening. Motorcycles and alcohol do not mix. It's just death. That's what it means. Death.
I think they have that on some that and heavy machinery, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't recommend it to anybody because that's why they call people like that squids, right? Because that's what they look like when it's all said and done. You know what I mean?
It's not pretty. No,
It's not pretty, guys. I eschewed the helmet for many years, and I thought I'd set the example for my grandson. And now that I've gotten back into wearing one again, and I really thought about it, I really probably should have been using one all along.
I'm sorry. People keep calling me. I get kicked out. Pissing me
You're a
off.
wanted man, Ed. It's almost tournament time. They're trying to get the picks out of you. Who do you like?
Who do you like? Who do you like, good Ed? Since you're getting kicked on and off and everybody's sweating you, good. Tell us who you like to win the five major conferences.
I'll go with Michigan, Duke, UConn, Kansas,
Oh,
and who's the fifth?
The SEC.
Florida. SEC, I mean. You're at TikTok. I love it. It's like Jeopardy.
I'm gonna actually go with Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh, fuck.
Since Nikki's not here.
You know, he's trying to bribe Jen, Doug.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's trying to curry favor with Jen Chavez. So I don't mind that though, because if she can actually comment some more, then we can fuck with her some more, and she enjoys it. Don't let her fool you. So I think those are pretty good picks, but I don't know, you know. So let's go through everybody's here picks. Let's for the top five conference champions to win the conference championship. So because anything can happen in a tournament, and Tennessee capable of winning the SEC tournament if Florida makes huge mistakes. I don't know if it will happen, but so what are your conference five top picks, Bruce?
Arizona, Michigan, Duke, and I like Alabama. I really do. I like they got some athletic guys on their team, and if they can play some defense, I think they can be in there. And I got to have a Mountain West team and maybe BYU.
BYU.
Well, you picked Arizona already, Bruce, so you can't pick BYU.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Fair enough, though. I think you can go outside the top five conferences if you feel that there's a fifth team from outside of it. So we can modify it a little bit if we want to.
I just don't think the Big Ten is deep enough. I don't only see them going 4 deep. So maybe even 3. I just don't think the Big Ten's that good this year. And
it isn't. It isn't. That's true.
You got. I would say. What? 5 really quality teams in the Big Ten. I mean, that's actually. I take
but
that back.
they haven't been consistent, Sean. That's the only thing
I'm saying 5 right now because I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell's happened to Purdue as of late.
They fell off, ain't they?
They've lost 5 of their last 7 after.
Yeah, they've kind of fallen off the face. So
and every one of them was the biggest game of the year for them against their rivals. That's the whole thing of it. So it's like in baseball. If I'm going head to head for the division and I lose straight up to the other team, then that's supposed to be a whole game back instead of a half a game. So every game they lost mattered.
Yeah, but I hate to put the kiss of death on Alabama, but I really like them. They're an athletic team, and I just hope they can play defense down the stretch.
I can see him in the Big Eight. I mean, the final eight if they play well. So
There
I
you
got my
go.
hopes.
I ain't hating. So, what are you thinking on them, Doug? Give us your top five of the top five conferences. Your conference champion.
Well, my first question is, when does the Pac-2 tournament start?
That's a good question. Let's look at the Pac-2 because I overlooked that one, Doug, and I feel that was
Well,
a
Wazoo is not going to be there.
There is no. If you look on the standings page on ESPN, there's no
yeah.
pack right now. It's not even listed.
Yeah.
So those teams don't get an automatic bid. They'd have to only be in at large.
There,
Washington State, Oregon
I
State.
I think they're listed right now as independents. Let me look.
Hmm.
Uh,
So independents don't get an auto bid though, right?
no, yeah, no, they're not even. Yeah, I mean, well, so hold on. Let's see. I see what. Oh yeah, no, I misspoke. Give me a sec here. So the Pac-2 that for football, what they did, I forgot about it. They got a little, cush deal where until the pack is back next July with all the
Right.
state schools. I mean that air quoting the word state because it's like Washington State, Oregon State, Boise State, Colorado State, San Diego State, yada yada. But right now, the two of them, Oregon State and Washington State, got a sweetheart deal to hang out in the West Coast Conference until their conference comes back to life. But neither of them are going to go.
No, they're not. Yeah.
Washington State is 12-20, under 500, and Oregon State is a game over 500, 17-16, and they're not getting a bid either. So, so that's the Pac-2. That's where they're at.
Is that what? So really, what you're saying, Sean, is fuck the Pac-2.
Kind of where we're at right now. Yeah.
Well, who am I picking to win what? Let's see here. And we're talking, did you say the top five conferences?
The Power Five conferences, so the ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Big East, and SEC.
So I'm going to win the conference tournament. I just think Florida will. I think Florida's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Kentucky's always subject to go on some kind of weird fucking run, and you don't know where the fuck it's coming from. But I'm still going with Florida there. Give me Houston from the Big 12. I guess I got to go with fucking Michigan. God damn it, Ed. From the Big 10, give me Duke. From the ACC. Did I miss anybody?
Big East.
The Big East. Oh, shit. That's the one conference I don't know anything about.
You can pick St. John's.
Okay, give me St. John's. God damn it, Bruce. You better be right.
All right, I'll give mine with the.
Hey, wait, hold up. Is Patino still the coach of St. John's?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
Fuck it. Give me St. John's. Hell yeah.
St. John's. All right. So I'll give my five, and then we'll throw it to Sean. So I have Florida winning the SEC, Duke winning the ACC, and I'm looking at the other teams in the ACC, and I'd love to see an upset in the tournament, and it's certainly possible, but I haven't really seen anybody else in the ACC at the same level as Duke, and North Carolina's decent, but I don't think they're better than Duke. So I've got Duke win the ACC, bad as I hate to say it. The Big 12, man, it's hard to pick. They've got some good teams. Arizona could win it. Houston could win it. And hell, an outsider someone outside the top two seeds like Iowa State could win it. But I'm going to have to pick Arizona because of teams I've seen play, they're one of the best. Obviously,
You know what, Bob, I really like Houston. I like Houston's fucking logo. Doesn't it look like almost like Kentucky's logo, but red and white?
I agree with that. And Cougars are big bad MFers. So the putting it in the bold red and white like it, I think is a killer move.
Hell yeah.
They've always had that history behind them that they've come in and whack people when when it's unexpected.
But
So
they've also had players that were beyond belief at Houston. I mean, didn't they have Elgin Baylor? I know they had Akeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler. I mean, goodness, they just unbelievable, man. Some of the guys that's been at Houston, some of the players they've had. So, uh, just hats off to the way they recruit her. You'd think if you were in Texas, at least somebody'd want to play some basketball, you know. So with all the people in that state, surely you could recruit. I've always wondered about that. Why haven't had you got UTEP, which was formerly Texas West Texas, won a championship years ago against Kentucky, and there was a movie loosely based on that. And well, anyway, but
So
anyway,
I
so they
mean, the flagship we talked about, I think, on a previous episode of the podcast. The flagship university there in that state has not won a national championship in men's
Texas.
basketball. The teams from that state that have won a national championship, you already alluded to it. UTEP, the Miners, when they were known as Texas Western. Baylor has won a national championship
Correct.
from the state.
That
And I
would
think
be a
that's,
very
I'm
good
looking here on my
team.
list. I think that's it from the state of Texas.
Yeah, that's huge state, guys. Like Texas is massive, and they've got some serious big cities. And I wonder if I've always wondered if it's a problem where nobody plays outside. I've noticed the players play different, and they live in a world where they only play in leagues indoor. And so when you do that, one of the reasons people should play and pick up games at the park, if they can survive the hood, that's where you need to go. You need to go wherever you can find the biggest and baddest and play against adults, right? So that
Mhm.
culture is not as prevalent anymore. It's because you're playing in YMCA leagues, AAU, whatever they got around you, and people just don't play outside like they used to, and it changes the character of playing. So you live in Texas, and it's 103 degrees outside. When are you going to play basketball outside? You know what I'm saying? So they're probably not playing much pickup basketball. You'd probably have the stamina of a horse to run 15 games to 16 by one on Sunday. Because when basketball's played at the park, so traditionally this is what I've seen in the big cities. I'll give a short list of big cities where I've played pickup basketball. Right. So Lexington, Louisville, here at Ashland, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Chicago, St. Louis. So that's right off the top of my head. There's some right there, and there's a bunch down south too. So, and what happens is church is over at 1 o'clock. So after church is over, so at noon, sometimes 1 o'clock. So after 1 o'clock is when the people that are most African American culture people show up at the park, and right. And if you're in southern Texas in August, right, or even maybe May, at 1 o'clock on Sunday, it might be 103 degrees.
That's pretty hot. Yeah, I mean May through September, Texas, particularly South Texas, is 101 degrees. I mean that's cooking.
It's cooking.
In
So
California, it was always after 5 o'clock on Saturday night. You couldn't find a empty court. It'd be packed, and there would be 10 guys. I mean 10 teams lined up ready to play.
oh yeah,
And
that's the way Lexington in Indy is, right? The blue courts, the dirt bowl, Ben Davis in Indianapolis, Iroquois in Louisville. That's the kind of places in Cincinnati on the west side near Pete Rose Way. That's where people are like. They got bleachers, guys. You had crowds, you had fans,
yeah,
right? I had people when I lived in India. I was in my 30s, right? And people was coming to get me for Sunday. Well, you ain't gonna come out here. You know, somebody, of course, I'm gonna come out here because I was a curiosity to them. You know what I mean? An old white guy that was 6'4" that could handle the basketball. They got a kick out of me, right? And I had a lot of fun, and so that's a big event for them guys. It's fun as hell. And there's people backed up. They got their 5. They're waiting to get in, and so it's a big deal to stay up, right? And to stay up, you got to win, right? So what happens is that you keep on playing game after game after game, but it's 16 by ones, threes count as 2, and you got to win by 2. That's the universal rules of basketball, right? On the court. The question is whether or not you accept make it or take it or not, because I believe make it or take it is unfair. If it's a make it or take it game and I get it first, we win. So it's not fair to you, right? Because I can shoot from anywhere. As soon as I get the ball, I'll jack it up. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't care if you're 6'10", and if you're dumb enough to jump at me from Ben, I'll go around you. There's Dunkarama for my buddy. So yeah, let's play make it, take it, right? But if you're smart, right, you'll have the possession change. So in a normal basketball game with the possession change, right, you're playing 16 by ones, threes count as 2. That takes, I'd say, 40 minutes, and you'll run 10 of them. If you can stay up through all 10 of them, you're done. That's how I stayed in Sheck, North Carolina. I went downtown. I played ball all Sunday till it was done, and then the rest of the week in the gym on post, day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out. When I went to formation to run, whatever you got, you know, didn't bother me none. As long as you took care of your feet, I'll go as far as you want to go. So it's good for you. But that culture is not as prevalent anymore for all kinds of reasons, right? And I'm not going to delve into.
Oh, the big thing is AAU. I mean, that has really taken the
everybody's
the
playing
game.
AAU now. Yeah.
And see what happens when you play
That's
structured
where the
basketball.
money's at, gang. That's where the money's at.
But see that when you play structured basketball, you don't get a chance, right? Or if you get a chance, you are in a role, and you might not get to learn to get out of that role, right? And one of the reasons a lot of people play travel basketball or AAU is so in high school, right? They were in a specific role, they might not get to score. So if you don't ever get to score, you don't know how to score. Yet in AAU, it's more wide open, and there's less defense. And they put teams together out of kind of like all-star teams and traveling teams and stuff like that in the summer leagues. And there's guys they're looking at. Some of them are sponsored, and anyway, so they're going through that stuff, and they're not really playing like. I mean, the defense is not really as intense as a regular high school basketball game. But on the other hand, the talent level on those traveling teams can be way higher than the average high school or that any single high school could put together. So, I mean, it's just like the prep academies they used to have. And there's still a few of them.
Catholic schools, the same thing in California. You know, you had Bellarmine, you had St. Vincent's and Vallejo, you had Cardinal Newman in Santa Rosa, and they'd have a round robin going through those cities all the time, and you know you'd get to see some really good, but see, usually assistant coaches that weren't high school coaches, the head coach would be taking those teams for the summer leagues because they were allowed to coach them.
I see some guys in Chicago, guys. They just boggle my mind. And I played in New York a little bit too, and them guys are good, but they want to carry the basketball, right? If there's a red and they're in the street tournaments and he's honest, half them guys they'd be carry every time. They want to palm the ball. They want, you know what I'm saying? Their hands under the ball all the time. But in Chicago, if your hands under the ball, it's a walk. Well, anyway, so the best street ball I've seen, truth of it, is probably Lexington and Chicago. And they're just off the hook, the athletes in Chicago, and how many of them are playing, and how it weeds itself out. You know what I'm saying? So that culture, them guys, when they get into schools like Michigan State, and there's some ball like that around Michigan, I mean, they're rough. Them guys are rough. They love physical basketball. How ugly do you want to get? And those guys that are tough can play just like Michael Jordan can play. They're Robin isn't a big guy. I've seen him root Shaq out of the way. And the guys that are like that are winners. And that culture, I hope it lives on. And those guys keep getting chances when they get an opportunity, because those kind of players to me are gritty and tough, and you get more opportunities to play your game.
The only thing
And
I see is a lot of those kids that come off the street ball circuit. They come in pretty good, but within 2 to 3 years, they're out. So I don't see them hanging around very long. Not very. There was one kid that came out of Vallejo named Oscamar that was really good, really good. I see him play. I seen him playing street shoes. That he could do some shit that was unbelievable. But he made it to the pros and it only lasted 2 years. And then
so,
he moved on.
what about Jason Williams that played for Florida and then
Yeah,
Marshall? Y'all remember him?
I
And
remember.
he had a
He
decent
was playing
NBA
good
career.
card.
You could tell that he had some flavor to his game. He would
And
play the
he
whole
could play
lot
some
better.
defense too. He'd belly up anytime.
Yeah, he's a hard nosed defensive player. And and then I look at Jason Kidd. Then Jason Kidd looked like
He
he
was
played.
more finesse. He
I
was.
know he was savvy though, like he'd seen everything. Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he could see the open floor. There when he was on fast break, man. If you were anywhere near the basket, it was to you.
That's what's
He
interesting
was
about this
he was
tournament.
a fantastic ball player. Kid
So
was. He played at Berkeley.
yes,
We used to go down and watch him.
I love Jason Kidd. So Bruce, I was going to get into. So college basketball for years is usually dictated by who's got the best point guard, right?
That's
And
right. College ball. I haven't seen really a set of guards in the last probably 4 or 5 years that play well together. Usually, it's a single one-on guard to
I
control
agree with you.
flow of the
Uh,
game.
You must have been reading my mind, because that was what I was going to. So I'm sitting here thinking of all the players that are out there that are great, and who's probably going to go on and be lottery picks. And
Yeah,
there's not many
you
guards that
look at
stick in my
Kentucky
mind.
for all those years. They always had dual point guards that would just kill you. Either they
Oh
could
yeah,
break you down on the dribble, or they'd pass. And you have an off guard that was just as good as the point guard. So those things have changed. You don't see those really break down like a Calvin Murphy, or who's another one that played at DePaul.
Paul had some great guards. And
Mark Aguirre.
Mark Aguirre, the Vinny the microwave.
Vinny
Yeah, I
Johnson, the
mean,
microwave.
Yeah,
you don't see those point guards anymore that are just So I don't know. That's why for many years when I would go bet, or place a bet that's when I gambled, was I always looked at the team who had the best point guards.
Oh yeah. So I was going to get to Sean with that too. Sean, what am I missing? Who's the great point guard out there that I'm not thinking of?
From where?
Anywhere, because I'm thinking Boozer, I'm thinking Condon, I'm thinking Hoff, I'm thinking Chinaloo, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's more of the the shooting forward, the smaller is the to me
The
been the
small
difference.
forwards.
Yeah, that 6'6" to 6'8" guy that can shoot the jumper is. I mean, that, like we were talking about earlier, that kid from BYU is incredible.
oh yeah, he's good.
I would say I don't think he's quite 6'6", but I think he's 6'5". But Phylon from Alabama is an incredible player that can create his own shot and get to the rim whenever he needs to. Who else? Wagler from Illinois is 6'7" and can get to the 10 and get separation and hit the three from distance. Who else do we like? You already mentioned Condon. I think he's great. The kid from Arkansas.
Not Akins. Was it Akins? I know who you're talking about. Acuff, that's a health player, by the way.
I mean,
Hey,
that kid's incredible. I mean, there's a lot of great
Oh,
players. I
Wade.
mean, I'm probably not naming as many as I need to name, but I mean, it's just yeah. I mean, they're talking about and the kid from Kansas, even though he checks himself out of the game every now and then because whatever. But when he plays, that kid's incredible. He's going to be a lottery pick. There's probably 10 to 12 guys that the NBA is going to get out of this draft that they're going to be real happy with. It's going to be a really good draft.
Now, do you think that guy will be good enough for the NBA that he'll be able to dictate to them when he goes in and out?
No. Once he gets to the NBA, he's going to have to, fall in line because he's a rookie. I mean, the NBA is a different animal.
Yeah, but if he came out and he was like superstar level, because which is rare. I mean, I've only seen. I mean,
I
I know
think
the
he'll be
report.
good. But I don't think he's going to be, a
Jordan Bird,
superstar from
Johnson
the
level,
like Jordan or
Bird or
right
Johnson.
now SGA or Anthony Edwards type good. But
Yeah,
he's got the potential.
he is a good player. And it's just incredible to me. You'd think you'd want to be in there for all you can, but I understand he's thinking a little bit, that you don't want to get hurt, that your goal is to get in the NBA, and you've got a chance. So hats off to Kansas. I hope that works out for him. Bill Self has managed a lot of players for a long time that probably had a lot of expectations coming in of how often they were going to play and what kind of star they would be and what treatment they would have. I mean, I think there's a pecking order in a locker room of a Division I school of the guys they really want to be there and the guys they had to take. You know what I'm saying? And there's
absolutely.
So, I mean, just like in the pros, if they sign me, I've been on the street for 6 weeks and they sign me to a 2-game contract, right? They definitely aren't going to treat me like the stars. And if I get in, it'll be for pure luck. And then college basketball works like that too. You watch these games, guys are still in their, even though they're saying they ain't got no depth and they don't know who they're going to put in, you'll see 4 or 5 guys run around in jumpsuits, right? So, it just works like that. And so that pecking order, it's however you can manage that. But teams, that's why Petito is a great coach. So Petito, even though he does get some pretty hefty recruits throughout his career, he's got some great guys. But in general, he wants guys just under the top tier so he can have 11 or 12 guys that can play. And then that allows him to
And
press.
he's not scared to play a freshman. If you got talent, you will not be sitting on the bench with him. He will. If you can play any halfway decent of defense, Patino will put you in. And I've always liked that about him. He's willing to cheat and gamble.
And that's because the philosophy there is to wear you down defensively and to press a lot. Even though I think he presses less than he used to, at least at the full court level, but he's still got half court traps. He wants physical play. It's just for me, it's wear other teams down, or they'll make mistakes emotionally or mentally because of the fact they're worn down by constantly. Are you ever going to call this ref or this guy? He's holding you through the lane. He's bumped you just a little bit on purpose as you go through the picks. Whatever they can get away with is what he's trying to get away with until they call it. And he's got 11 guys to do it. So then you look at other teams, and they might only like Calipari. I thought one of his faults is he never really developed players in UK. They had to just be good. Now I saw some great defense on some of these teams, and obviously there were some that had so much talent that they were just unstoppable.
Yeah, they were really deep too, and you really didn't see a sophomore or freshman playing with Calipari very much.
Right, but the trend was in the probably the last 5 years he coached here, and which has continued to Arkansas, and this is why this is significant, is his bench is short. He only has like 2 guys he trusts coming off the bench in Arkansas, and that's how he had at Kentucky. That was the real efficiency if you're trying to play the level of defense that he was capable of coaching. Because see, I hope people didn't misunderstand me that Calipari was incapable of coaching. but he wasn't coaching at the highest level we needed at Kentucky because he didn't have a complete plan, right? The defense was outstanding, but the offense was to pound the ball until the clock ran out and then take a contested three or take it to the lane over 4 people. So he has to have a player like Acuff in order to be successful. He has to have a transcendent or near transcendent player, lottery pick, basically. But he's recruited players like that. And when he's had multiple lottery picks on the same team, obviously 2012, he won the championship because he had, you had multiple lottery picks. So that's just one style of coaching that's different, And really, for me, the coaches that somehow get the players and can coach, and now I'm convinced by Shire at Duke, guys. What about you, Sean? What do you think of Shire at Duke?
I think he's doing a great job. They haven't really seemed to have fallen off at all since the transition between him and Coach K. What are they? 27-2 or 29-2 is their current record.
Yeah, 29-2. They're
It's not a bad record.
I mean, they've made the tournament, I think, every year he's been there. And I think every year it's been at least a Sweet 16 run, if I'm not mistaken. Let's give it a look
and he
here.
does have a transcendent lottery pick player this year in Boozy.
Oh, I mean, he's had him. It seems like every year he's been there. I mean, just last
Oh,
year,
yeah.
you had Cooper Flag. So Shire's in his fourth season at
Nipple.
Duke. He's 118 wins to 24 losses. Let's see here. Let's see. He's got 2 conference tournament championships under his belt, and he's got 3 regular season conference championships. What else we got here? Let's see.
You're the TikTok guys, just like Jeopardy, like I told you.
So his first year, I misspoke. He didn't take him his first year to the Sweet 16. They got bounced in the second round in the first weekend. His second season got him to the Elite 8.
Mm-hmm.
Last year they went to the Final Four. And then this year, they're trending good again. They're sitting at 29-2. Who were their 2 losses to this year? Let's take a quick look here. They lost to Texas Tech during the Christmas tournament in the neutral site game, and then they lost at North Carolina on the last-second three-point shot in the rivalry game, which they really should have won that game. They were up, I think, big at one point and let Carolina come back on them, but they certainly paid them back over the weekend. They pounded Carolina over at Cameron on I think that was Saturday night. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're trending good, and they got the big win over Michigan, which I don't think Michigan's lost many games this year.
2.
Maybe 2.
Wisconsin and Duke.
Wisconsin, yeah. So I mean, it's hard, those 3 kind of have. And now Florida's making a late run, like one of those racehorses that, doesn't start out very fast, but is making a late push towards the wire, late kick. But you'd have to say those 4 are, the creme de la creme right now. But the thing is, you gotta survive.
I don't think Florida is going to be an easy out at all.
I'm just worried about their guard play. I mean, as far as their front court, they got the bigs to handle bang with anybody. I mean, they're big. They are loaded in the front court.
They seem to have the heart of a champion, though.
That's great coaching, though. I mean, they kind of came from out of nowhere last year, too. I mean, we weren't talking about them much in January until I think it was either late January or early February. They went in and spanked Auburn in Auburn, and he said, "Oh, well, we gotta start paying attention to this Florida team."
I didn't really believe they were going to win the championship until they did. I mean, I kept expecting, you know, for them to get knocked off in the tourney, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, they were good. I mean, they executed well. Hats off to Coach Golden. I mean, he was obviously the right choice. He's good. I mean, that's all I got to say. I mean, he's recruited well. Not necessarily the top players in the country, but it's been respectable. But players that fit the system that he wants to run, similar to Petito, and then obviously they can deliver. And they were my dark horse earlier in the season, if you guys remember, guys. But now I think that they went beyond dark horse to one of the favorites.
And that's one thing with Florida. They don't need to lose the state of Florida to recruit. I mean, there's so much talent there, and the state is growing by leaps
Yeah.
and bounds. And Texas the same way, SoCal the same way. There's so much talent down there.
Even
So
nationally, I mean, think of this. If you lived in the Northeast and you wanted to go to the Thong Beach, wouldn't you go to Florida? Winter.
Yeah, I mean, it's that weather's hard to beat in Florida
Hard to beat.
for any of those
Hard to
schools. I mean, Florida Atlantic should be good. Florida Gulf Coast should be good. I mean, it's not too bad when it's January and everyone else in the country is under 2 feet of snow and it's 71 degrees on the beach you're at, in Florida.
Oh yeah. I mean, heck, we just come out of. So it's been warm last week, but before that, the ice just melted from a month. So thank
I
goodness.
mean, that's the old Steve Spurrier recruiting spiel. He said only 2 schools were recruiting him, and coming from Tennessee, his recruiting visit was, to Gainesville was early March. He goes, man, it's 78 degrees here, and it's 29 degrees back home. That's, and then you had certain other things on warm campuses that are nice to look at. And, it's an easy sell. I mean, Florida's number 1 right now in their conference for basketball. Miami is sitting 3rd in the ACC, sneaking around there. I mean, anywhere in Florida, is not a bad place to be when it's cold everywhere else.
Oh, I agree. I think about it all the time. I mean, if I get, I love it here where I live, but if I plan it right and or get somehow quickly ignorant rich, I'm definitely buying a place and down in the Everglades anyway, in the middle of nowhere, close to the lake and the Rim Canal.
You can go hunting skunk ape. You can hunt skunk apes in there.
You're right. I'll use my
Hey,
Boston
Sean,
Terrier.
what's the score of the Santa Clara Gonzaga game?
I watched it right now. It's 47-47. Gonzaga just tied it. They've been behind all game. This is a hell of a game.
they've been struggling, but they did that when I saw them play down at Santa Clara when they play. I was at that game earlier this year. They trailed kind of most of the game, and then with about probably 12 minutes to go in the second half, then they started to pull away. But I mean, Santa Clara is no easy out. They got a good. The West Coast Conference should
They
probably
beat St. Mary's last night.
Yeah, I mean, they should probably get
Fucked up
3.
my parlay.
Sad
Did
day.
you ever get
is
to go down to
forbidden.
St. Mary's, Sean? To that?
I did not get up to a Moraga. No,
That is just one of the quintessential campuses on the West Coast to watch basketball.
I'm going to
Beautiful
try to
campus,
get up there before I
great
leave.
gym. I mean,
check
you
it out.
just and it's such his great history there. I love going and watching a game there. I really enjoyed it always.
But I think they should get 3 teams in, to be honest with you. So it might behoove Gonzaga to maybe lose. They don't want to because this is their last year in the West Coast Conference. But
Damn.
if they lose to Santa Clara, the West Coast Conference will get 3 teams into the tournament. You'll
Damn.
get Gonzaga, Santa Clara, and St. Mary's for sure. And that will burst a potentially, for sure Auburn's bubble, but I don't even think they should be in the discussion, despite what Bruce Pearl says.
Fuck
They
Bruce Pearl.
they don't belong even in the discussion. But the other one that I think their bubble's going to burst here as these conference tournaments shake out. I don't know why they're so easily penciled in, but I haven't seen anything out of Texas this year that says they got to be in the tournament. Like,
I agree
okay,
with that.
you got the road win at A&M. That was a good win. But then what else have they done?
Nada.
I don't see it. I don't agree with it. But they're talking like they're just like for sure in, and I'm like, have you watched this Texas team? I mean, let's look right now. They're sitting. What are they at here in the SEC? They're 500 in the SEC and 18-13 overall.
Oh yeah.
Unless they string together a run in Nashville during the SEC tournament, to me they should be on the bubble.
Yeah.
So
Is that
that's
a
just
little
me,
guy?
but I'll throw my big five picks out real quick. Get that knocked out. So ACC, I got Duke. I don't see Virginia or Miami or North Carolina beating Duke in the ACC conference tournament. For the Big Ten, I'm going to be a homer, and I'm going to go with Illinois. I'm going to take the Illini because the Big Ten tournament's in Chicago, so hopefully the kind of home crowd can push the Illini to a title. In the SEC, I'm with Bruce. I like Alabama. I think they're just getting started. I love the way they play. It's a good thing probably that the Bediako kind of distraction has been put in the rearview mirror, and they can just focus now with who they got, and that's what you're going to go to war with. So
Go with
that's
the
what you
girls
got.
that get you the
You
dance.
don't worry about who's here, who's not here. Just focus on the guys that are there in the locker room. And I know that that Oates will get those guys fired up and raring to go. So I like Alabama in the SEC tournament. I agree with Doug. I like Houston and Coach Sampson in the Big 12. I think, especially their guard play, which when you get into March, guard play is a big deal. So I'm going to go with Houston there in the Big 12. Wouldn't surprise me though if Arizona wins. Arizona's extraordinarily talented, but I like Houston there. And then in the Big East, I think it's Rick. Everything's falling roses for Rick Pitino, man. You got the one seed. You're playing in your other home gym, which is Madison Square Garden, and there's going to be a ton of Johnny's fans in there, hooting and hollering. So, give me St. John's in the Big East.
Nice. All righty. Does anybody else have anything to add to this program? Like we can
I'll
talk.
give you an honorable mention. In the
I'm good.
Atlantic 10, give me St. Louis. Give me the Billikens.
The Billikens.
They have not. They got destroyed by George Mason.
That's okay.
That's okay.
They're due.
They're due. It's all part of the rock and roll
They
fantasy.
just matched up with with the wrong team.
Everybody can have a bad night, just like
That's right.
apparently the where is it here? The Washington Wizards had a real bad night tonight, giving up 150 points to the Miami Heat, and 83 of them were scored by Bam Adebayo.
150 points.
Wait, Bam Adebayo had 83.
That's correct. Second most in NBA history.
You're not exaggerating, are you, John? Sean, they actually
One that
got
played for
150
Kentucky?
points.
No, this happened tonight. Breaking news.
Wow. He played for Kentucky. I remember him. He was a hell of a player.
Yep.
And wow. Amazing. I wanted him to stay one more year.
I remember us talking about that. Yeah, I mean, I think if he had stayed one more year, you guys probably go to at least to the Final Four for sure.
Right. And we thought he was going to stay, but I think he probably made the right decision for him based on what happened tonight.
Well, he's doing okay financially. He's saving his pennies and his nickels, but I think he's going to be all right.
Oh yeah, he's going to be all right. Well, guys,
All
I
right.
think
He's
So
living his best life.
So real quick, when is the first of the tournament games? I know we're going to be picking the
Technically,
teams we
or
pick on Sunday.
That's this weekend.
So we get
Tuesday.
the bracket Sunday night at
Yeah.
6 o'clock Eastern. Maybe it's 7 o'clock. Ed can correct me if I'm wrong. It's 6 or 7 Eastern after the Big Ten championship game ends. Basically, it rolls into the CBS selection show, and then Tuesday
The Big
night.
Ten Championships at 3:30, so it will end just before the show.
Yeah, right. Like 5:30, 6 o'clock ish, depending on
6:15.
Tuesday night is the first of 2 games of the 4 played in Dayton.
Okay, are we
Right.
still coming? We coming at this on Are we
Let's
coming
come
at
on
this on Tuesday, guys?
Why
Yeah,
not?
I think we're still fine with. I mean, Tuesday is fine. I think for us, right, guys? I mean, we can talk
Yeah.
if you really want to talk, because one of those games is always like 2 teams battling for a 15 seed. It's like
Yeah, we can make fun of both teams.
Yeah, it's like Eastern Texas A&M against Southwest New Mexico, Academy. It's like these are teams that most people have not heard of. I think one was Incarnate Word, and people don't know where Incarnate Word is located. So
University of Bumfuck Egypt on Billy Goat.
right, exactly, yeah.
So I guess we've got no options Tuesday. We got to lay down brackets, right?
We got to do it.
All right.
We got to do it.
And make fun of whoever's playing that night.
Sounds like a winner. We like that.
Okay.
And if they miss the tournament, we can do donkey balls. If they miss the tournament, right, and they bubble teams, could we make a donkey balls list out of the bubble teams?
Yeah, I mean that's really what you're rooting for in the smaller conference tournaments is the team that is expected to win doesn't win, but like loses in the championship game. So then they're going to get 2 teams. Well, that blows up one of the power conferences bubble teams, which we love.
Which we love. Hallelujah.
All right, guys. Let's do this Tuesday then.
Later, y'all.
See you then.